In a small village nestled between the hills and the sea, the seasons came and went like the ebb and flow of the tide. People spoke often of the beauty of autumn, the way the trees transformed into hues of gold, amber, and ruby red. But for one young girl named Alara, autumn held a secret that only she knew. Alara was the daughter of the village's lantern maker, a gentle old man named Owen. Every evening as the sun dipped below the horizon, he would light the lanterns that lined the village's cobblestone streets, casting a warm glow that made the night feel safe and inviting. But this year, things were different. Owen's health was fading, and he no longer had the strength to carry out his work. One crisp evening, as the golden leaves danced in the wind, Owen sat Ilara down. His eyes were filled with both pride and sadness. "Ilara," he began, his voice trembling slightly, "I've always made these lanterns to guide people through the dark, but there's one thing I never told you. These lanterns don't just carry light, they carry memories too." Alara looked at her father, puzzled. "Memories?" "Yes," Owen nodded, his gaze distant, as if recalling something from long ago. "Each lantern holds a story. The light within them is like the soul of the village, keeping the warmth of its past alive. When I light them each evening, I'm not just lighting the streets, I'm lighting the hearts of everyone who's ever walked this path." Alara's heart swelled with emotion. She had always loved the lanterns, but now she understood them in a new way. "But what will happen when you can't light them anymore?" Owen smiled softly. "That, my dear, is where you come in." The next few days were filled with preparations. Alara learned how to carve the wooden frames of the lanterns and how to mix the oil that would burn brightly. But the most important lesson she received was the one her father passed down: how to pour a piece of your heart into each lantern so that the light would shine even brighter. On the first night after Owen's passing, Alara took the lanterns into her hands one by one. She lit each one, but as she did, she whispered the names of the people she loved, the stories of the village, the hopes and dreams of the past. As the lanterns flickered to life, something magical happened. The light that poured from them was brighter than any before, and for a moment Alara could have sworn she saw the faces of the villagers, past and present, smiling down at her from the glow. And so, every autumn after, Alara would light the lanterns, each flame carrying with it a piece of the village's heart, a memory that would never fade. She became known as the keeper of the lanterns, the girl who carried not just the light, but the stories of those who walked the path before her. And as the seasons changed, year after year, the village would always know that even when the days grew shorter and the nights colder, the warmth of the lanterns would always guide them home,